Hello again, everyone, with another live special What Are You Doing series to introduce one of the leads in an incredible book that I had the honor of being a little piece of. And today we are talking to Pablo Garcia Tello of CERN, Switzerland. Yes, the CERN, Switzerland. Welcome, Pablo. I'm really glad to have you.
Thanks a lot, Terry. It's really an honor of course, collaborate with you, and I find your channel really fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I certainly do. So, um, we've got a book, and we'll put that information out separately in the content and description. It's called Lumina Interfaces. And so, what inspired you to be a part of the production of this book, Pablo?
Um, I think that the future advancement of humankind in all aspects, not only scientific, but as a society, resides in the intersections of disciplines. Um, Intersection between physics and, um, for example, psychology, intersection between biology and artificial intelligence. We are witnessing a fantastic times in terms of technological advancement, but we need to be aware. We need to be aware that there are issues that have to do with the ethics. There are issues that have to do with who we are as human beings. And I think this book is a reflection upon all these intersections, and probably will give some keys on how to work towards this future in which is going to be influenced by all these technological revolutions as well.
Well, it's exciting. I got a little sneak peek at the book a couple of weeks ago, and it is real big. Going to be around 1,000 pages. That is a big table book. And it is very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. And what makes this book special in your mind that you got CERN involved?
Well, I think that this book is special in the sense that um, there are collaborations and additions to the book that are coming from the heart of everybody, that are coming also to deliver a positive message about the future. And CERN, in Idea Square, we have a tradition, we have a legacy in this. We study the origin of the universe at CERN. And as important as studying the origin of the universe is where are we going as humankind, as part of this universe, as both being observers of the universe, but also shaping the universe itself as human beings. And especially given the fact of the geopolitical situations, and I would dare to say the uncertain times, I think this book is a contribution to deliver a positive message to the future. It's a message that basically boils down to say, look, if we collaborate, if we listen to each other, if we take into account all the opinions that are solid, that are fundamented, both in humanities, arts, sciences, technologies, we certainly can build a sustainable and integrative society in the future. So this is, I think, the main objective, probably impact, and the reasons why I think this book is interesting for us at Idea Square, sir.
Idea squared is a very interesting concept that I only learned about initially speaking to you. Perhaps you can expand on idea squared. It's such interesting work that you're doing.
Well, Idea Square happened initially in 2013 with the mission of educating or doing our best to shape the minds of the young innovators of the future. And we do it in the way that we understand innovation at CERN. Just take into account that at CERN, we are studying the origin of the universe. So it's not a mission that you can put in an Excel file and say, I'm going to start in October, and then by January next year, I'm going to be done. No, it's a mission with an enormous amount of uncertainty. It's a mission that for every answer you manage to get, 10 more questions open up. It's a mission that requires thinking in a non-incremental way. And the thing is that it has many common elements with what we call complex or wicked problems in society that are reflected in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Like, how do we mitigate the poverty in the world? How do we fight against inequality? How do we guarantee a universal health care for everybody? So some years ago, we decided, okay, why we don't try to at least share this CERN DNA, this CERN mindset, and complement it with challenges that are of societal nature. And this is what we do at Idea Square. We do our best on sharing how we understand innovation, sharing our in-house developed methodologies, and apply them for the benefit of young innovators. And we are at the moment training around of 1,000 young innovators every year that come in group and do a collaborative challenge that we co-design together with the teachers in their institutions, whether academic, business, schools, etc.
Very interesting work. Now, Marion Bryan is the director of Hollow Art out of Canada. How did Canada and Switzerland end up putting this book together? Because she is a driving force in anything that she does, and we both have and continue to appreciate her great work. How did you come to get involved with Miriam in this project?
Well, it happened some years ago, and I have to say that if I try to make memory on how we met each other, like in good friendships, you forget about how you met a person or why. What of course I can say, and it continues to be true, is that I was surprised and I was fascinated by Marian's holistic mind, in the sense that she is a person capable of visualizing and exploring all the different connections between science, art, technology. And this is something that I connect with, because I would like to consider myself also a sort of humanistic person, humanistic in the sense on the Renaissance sense. For example, I can tell you that all my family, they're coming from the philosophy background, and I'm the black sheep that decided to study physics. But by the type of questions that I used to ask in the faculty in my career, I always got the answer, well, maybe in the faculty next door, that is the philosophy one, they have answers for that. So I'm interested in humanities, sociology, anthropology, of course in science, because it's my profession, and And Marian and I connected from day one, and little by little, she was in the lead, of course, of this book project that now I think is much more than a book. I think is a testimonial instrument of what as human beings we could achieve together when our talents and our minds and our wishes are put to a good cause.
Very definitely. Lovely, lovely. You know, ladies and gentlemen, there's over 120 contributors to this book, and the artwork, the photography of actual statues and et cetera that's in this book, some of which I think, Pablo, you please correct me, is going to be at CERN for the live event. Isn't that right?
Yes, we count with a fantastic contribution by some of the artists that are collaborators in the book, and some of the art pieces will be on display, of course, at Idea Square, and I think they will create a fantastic environment for dialogue and for debating, for exchanging of ideas, and why not for putting the seed to future collaborative projects.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, there's some NASA people, National Space Administration people involved in this, and there's talk about sending that book up to space to the space station, putting hollow art globally, not and interstellar. You know, it's what an exciting opportunity, and you know, to have live art. I'm not going to be able to get there. I can't get travel connected at that time to put it together. I'm sorry to say, but I am going to try and get an online live like today, that day where we'll interview some of the people, Pablo, and some of the people there at that event. And that'll be a thrill as well. And that'll be live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, like usual. And we're also planning on interviewing some of the key people in the book on my show for a special series for later on this month. Now, with this wide range of topics, have you and Miriam and the rest of the key people, have you talked about a genre where you're going to find that in a library or something? Have you guys decided where that would be best suited?
Oh, Terry, that's a very good question. That's actually a very good question. Where do I mean? First of all, I have to say we didn't discuss this. Um, it's difficult because I don't know. I will put it next to a book of Leonardo da Vinci, or next to a I don't know. There used to be this kind of books. If you take, for example, the Encyclopedia in France during the French Revolution, the authors of the Encyclopedia, the original aim was to write a piece that ended up, of course, in being an encyclopedia capturing all the knowledge available in the world at that time, when there was possible to do that. Today will be impossible. So I wouldn't say that the book is of course aspiring to um, contain all the knowledge available in the world, but I would say that it does a good job in offering many points of view about what is it that we call society, that we call humankind, that we call human beings, that we are creatures that are busy with many different jobs and many different interests. And I think it's the wonderfulness of it is that it gives you a piece of everybody. So yeah, that's why I would consider that it's a sort of books that were produced in the Renaissance, but when there was an explosion of interdisciplinarity. So yeah, maybe somehow in this direction it could be. It's difficult. It's difficult to place. Like innovative things. I think innovative things are very difficult to put in boxes because they expand across disciplines, and I think the book is one of them.
I would agree with that. Science, space, art, family matters. There is just such a wide range. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're looking for it, Lumina Interfaces, don't worry about the genre. That's up to the libraries that's going to place the book in there. It is such a large hardbound book that it's going to be a institution only type book. You can't check it out. You can pull it off the shelf, sit down and read it to your heart's content, but you're not going to be able to sign it out because it's just too big. And that's not all bad because, like I say, I have seen this book and it's absolutely amazing. So this has been a wonderful discussion. Any final thoughts that have come up while we've been speaking today, Pablo?
Well, I think that for me, the best thing to say at the moment is that everybody coming to Idea Square for the launching time, that is November the 8th. I had, sorry for this,
No
is
worries.
super welcome. I think it's going to be an exciting event full of plenty of people that have an interesting vision for the future, that the minds are open, discussions. And the most important thing is that this will be a first stepping stone for organic collaborations. And this is the most important thing, that we make out of this event just the first seed.
Seeds go a long way, and they don't seem to go away, if you know what I mean. Play on words. Ladies and gentlemen,
Exactly.
thank you. Yes, thank you, Pablo, for this has been great. I have so enjoyed this. Thank you for doing this. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, keep keep a hold of us. Watch for different things. We're interviewing more people here in the next 2 weeks, and we're going to have at least one more live, I think, next week. And so, thank you very much for coming, Pablo. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
a lot,
This was
Terry. I mean,
just a treat.
it's always a pleasure to have a conversation with you.
Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Bye for now.
Bye.